Hi, this video is with my Scoundrel Venaola and I'm playing Ruffian. I mentioned in my last video that I've been playing a lot of this spec to try and get something good enough to upload to YouTube, but I've been struggling. And I finally got something that's close to what I wanted to get. And the reason I've been struggling to get something was not that I was losing a lot, because I actually have a really high win rate with this spec because it's so versatile, but I wanted to get something that would convince people that this spec is viable in regs, which I know a lot of people disagree with, but every spec is viable in regs, and I just wanted to try and show people how I play the spec in regs.
Sometimes the server imbalance is kinda annoying in this game.
So I go in there at the start, wanted to sap someone and then open on their healer, but being the amazing player that I am, managed to sap the one guy I actually wanted to open up on, so I just went and opened up on these DPS here, and proceeded to get blown up, and had to vanish out. So this is the first thing you need to know about Ruffian, is that it's not Scrapper. You can't face tank damage in the same way that Scrapper has, simply because you don't have that roll ability where you resist everything. You can't just run up to a sorcerer and roll their Thundering Blast, or up to a PT and just negate all of those shoulder cannons and cell burst, etc. That's not how Ruffian plays. A lot of people, when they start playing Ruffian, they stand out 30 meters, dot everyone up, and when it gets to the final leaderboards they have some pretty nice numbers, but they haven't actually killed anyone, and that damage was mostly just fluff damage, because the dots in this spec aren't the most powerful in the game at all. Like, they're not like Madness or Hatred's dots, they're not that scary. The damage from the spec comes from brutal shots, that's how you kill people. Or Cole if you're an operative. So this spec, you're successful with it if you get the balance right between being sneaky out at 30 meters, dotting everyone up, and choosing the right times to come into melee range and get that kill. You always need to have like an escape plan with Ruffian. You need to know where your role can take you if you start getting focused, because you can die really quickly with this spec. So here we stunned that guy when he got kind of low, and under the buff from Sanguinity shots, used my point blank shot and some brutal shots and got him down. You need to use your stun a lot more cleverly, I guess you could say, than with Scrapper. With Scrapper you can kind of just stun someone whenever and you have enough burst to kill them, like, even if they're at 100%. If you have someone focusing with you, you can pretty easily just blow someone up. Again, Ruffian can't do that. You need to save your stun for when someone's low enough that you can kill them under that stun. So here I was just trying to get over to grass. I wasn't too interested in fighting these guys out here because it's much better when you're defending to try and fight by the turret, so just vanished out to go and help this Sword Kid, or Sage. Part of the reason I also found it hard to find a video which I thought was good enough to upload is that from the perspective of someone watching a video, it's not the most exciting spec, because you're not running around globaling people and doing such exciting stuff, because when you're killing someone it's a much longer game you're playing with them. You don't just run in there and suddenly blow them up. It was tough to find something that I thought would be enjoyable to watch, because I find the spec enjoyable to play just because I love the playstyle. But so here, just sapping the Juggernaut and opening up on the healer, which was that my CC was kindly broken by the Sage on the team.
You always get in money, although on hard mode progression
So just saving my stun here till the healer got low. I was going to go and stun him at this point because he was low, and then I probably would have been able to kill him nice and easily, but I seem to stay CC'd there for ages. but we got him down eventually. So I wasn't really too interested in fighting the tank there, so switched over to these marauders. And they all kind of died at the same time, so we wiped them at mid. So we're in a nice comfortable position here. So as I was mentioning at the beginning, Ruffian is a really versatile spec, and what I mean by that is you can play it safely at 30 meters, or you can go in there and blow people up with lots of brutal shots given the right circumstances, but you can also output some really crazy healing numbers. At the beginning of 3.0 I had a really fun match. It was a Void Star where I got 900k, I was about to say DPS, that'd be crazy, 900k damage and 900k healing, which was the highest healing on my team because my team didn't have a healer. So one thing I love about this spec is that when you get into one of those matches that the matchmaking gods weren't looking kindly on you, and you don't have a healer at all, you can kind of play a hybrid role, or just heal people and make a real difference in a warzone. And you don't even have to do it for the whole warzone, just in one of those situations where your team really needs some heals, you can really change the outcome of a fight. So in case you're worried, this is going to be like my Vanguard video where we just kind of wait around at mid and then gank people at the line every now and then. An actual fight does break out properly in a minute or two. So again, just sapping the Juggernaut and opening on the Marauder here. He just kind of ignores me for some reason. It finally works out that I'm attacking him. As I was mentioning earlier with this spec, you have to know when the right time to be in melee range is. When you have 3 other melee DPS on you, that is not the right time and you need to get out. So that's what I did here, I just kind of ran away, healed up a bit, and then re-engaged. Chasing after this healer here. The reason I was standing there was so that if he knocked me back, I'd just go straight into the wall and he wouldn't actually knock me away from him. It did kind of mess up my camera. So at this point I decided I didn't really want them to just go and camp at snow. So I was contemplating going over to snow and starting a fight there. Which is what I decided to do, on my own. Which wasn't necessarily the most intelligent thing to do, but I thought I'd give it a go. So I decided to sap the jug and hoped that the Marauder would run off, which he did, and that the healer would stay around, and opened up on this healer for this 2v1. So that stun at the beginning was quite painful there, so I just had to straight away go for this med pack here, and then got to work on the healer. Interrupting that heal there, rolling so that I could stun him. If I hadn't had that jug on me, I probably would have been able to kill the healer there, but I had to run away like this because I was so low. And this is where the slipperiness of Ruffian comes into play. So I just I cleansed the root I had on me there and just carried on rolling, had those dots healing, ticking on me, and barely survived, but did just about. So I was ready with my stun if he decided to chase after me, but he went for the other Scoundrel, so opened up on him, but decided I still wasn't quite safe because there was quite a few other people, so just carried on kind of running around and healing up. And now at this point I felt comfortable to go back into the fight, starting with the healer. Making sure to interrupt that heal. Luckily for the healer I didn't have a CC breaker there. Just decided to wait behind the pillar because if I went after him he'd probably just knock me back and I wouldn't actually make any progress, so just decided to get to 100% health and then go back after him. I had my stun ready for the finishing blows. So I hope this fight that we've been having here just kind of shows what Ruffian can do. it bides its time, it can survive under quite a bit of pressure, just running away from people, and when the time is right, go in there and burst people down. I know that's not a playstyle that a lot of people enjoy, but I find it really fun. Just kiting around, healing up, and choosing the right time to go in there and kill people.
I don't like being poor. Believe me, if you knew what my guildmaster just suddenly... Oh, these materials are cheap. Let's just spend like 60 million on materials. Like, he'll spend 60 mil
and there you have it, the end of the game. So, I hope I've kind of demonstrated what Ruffian can do. It wasn't quite the video I was looking for. I would quite like to upload a video where we don't have a healer on the team and I take over that role of healing with Ruffian. But I thought that situation where I went 2v1 with the healer and the Juggernaut and then just kind of survived barely and came back into the fight, hopefully demonstrated what Ruffian can do. If you did like this video, give it a like and subscribe if you want to get notifications whenever I upload a new video. And thanks for watching.